What is going on, everybody? Back again with another video. So today we're doing a heavily requested second part video about what I carry inside the Jeep. So it is exactly what I'm going to do. Show you exactly what is inside of basically a daily search and rescue Jeep, and yeah, we'll go from there. Sorry about my hair, it is very long. All the haircut parlors are closed, so just enjoy. So I guess the best way to start this video would be on the outside. And we'll start at the front and work our way back and to the sides. So on the front I do have the Poison Spider BFH Stinger bumper right here. I like it, honestly. It's not too big of a stinger, but it definitely adds a little bit of character to the front of the Jeep, as you can see right here. Show you guys how far out it sticks. But yeah, the reason I like this bumper is you gain a ton of ground clearance from factory. I think I gained about 3 to 4 inches right over here above the sway bar disconnect. So honestly, getting the extra ground clearance is definitely a big factor. So although I gained that extra ground clearance, I do still hit the bumper over here. Let me zoom out a little bit. I do hit right here. I hit the sides a little bit. I still am waiting for the bolt to come in for the sway bar link right there, so it pushes it up an extra 3 inches, but I will hopefully have that soon. So in terms of steering components under the Jeep, I am running actually stock, all stock components, which is not very fun to say, but I'm all stock over here. I do have a Fox Dual 2.0 steering stabilizer, stock axles, Dana 44 front and rear on the Rubicons, but hopefully soon we'll be doing a 1-ton swap, and that would be great. So you guys know the importance of a winch, and that's why I have a Smittybilt 10K X20 winch with a synthetic line. Synthetic line is very important because when you're pulling someone out and it breaks, ideally the winch line is just going to drop or just smash into 1,000 little pieces and hit someone. So I chose this winch because it's affordable, reliable, and why not if it's both those two categories, and it's very safe. So yep, 2,000 pound winch is basically all you need. You could always do a redirect or a double line pull for making it 20,000 pounds. Triple line makes it 30,000. So good winch, I like it, I'd recommend it. It's way more cost effective than the Warn. So I have the Smittybilt fender flares. Honestly, I got these from Extreme Terrain. I think I paid less than $100 for these, so I like them for what you get. You get a very nice, clean, very thin line right here of steel. They hold up pretty well, but honestly, right here you'll see I did hit a tree and I bent it. Let's see right there. I bent them, but you know, paying less than $100, you get what you pay for, and I'm not upset if I break these. But if I paid like $600, I broke those, I'd be pretty upset. They do the job just fine. I do have my little turn signal light just dangling here. Obviously, they can go right into this little slot right here, but I'm very lazy and I have not done that yet. So disregard that. But yeah, Smittybilt fender flares. I love them for the price. Fox 2.0 with a reservoir shock. I like these a lot, actually. They stiffened up the ride just perfect. When you go over a bump, you can definitely feel the compression rate on it. So definitely recommend these shocks. They're a little expensive, but I do like them, the Performance series. And actually I have them for the back as well. I have them and I like them a lot. This part right here, the reservoir does hit sometimes on rocks when I'm coming down from it. So I think the plan would be to build a bracket that goes over here and just protects it a little bit. But overall I like them and I'm pretty happy with these shocks. The next thing I have to show is the KMC XD229 beadlock wheels. These are a true beadlock from KMC. Absolutely love them. You can tell, I mean, I put tons of scratches on them. I've beat the crap out of these beadlocks. And they're paired with a 35, I can say an LT 31570 R17 from BFG Goodrich. These are the KO2 tires. Honestly, I'm not too happy with these. They said it's a 35, but it runs like a 34 to a 33.5. So soon we'll be upgrading those to maybe 37s or a 38 from Milestar Patagonia. So go from there. But overall, I love these beadlocks. Definitely by far the best upgrade I've done so far. I think a lot of people say beadlocks are not worth it. However, I think I think sometimes if you're in the snow or whatnot, I think these could help you a lot. So I like them. Aside of the Jeep the Beat, we've got the EAG rocker panels, the sliders. They are frame mounted. Let me see if I can disconnect the camera and show you guys. They bolt right in over here. I don't know if you can see that. They are frame mounted. I like these a lot. I think these are less than 200 bucks on eBay. I know a lot of you are gonna give me crap for buying eBay parts, but if you're gonna scratch them and you're gonna abuse them, why not just go with the eBay brand? And they're super strong. I mean, I can step on these, put them on a rock, they won't do anything. So I used to have some Nerf bars on there that I hated. I mean, you can kind of see it bent the inseam over here. So I got these. I love them. You guys can give me crap, but I like them. They're cheap, they're effective, and if they break, I don't care. They save the Jeep. Okay, so another piece of protection or armor you can say I have on the Jeep are these poison spider corner guards right here. Many of you saw the one of the old dings that I had right in the corner over here. I had a huge bump. It was pretty bad. It looked like just someone rammed right into the side of the Jeep, but it was from coming off of a rock. I deserved it, but now I have the poison spider corner armor on there, and I love it, and I love the way it looks. I have now the circular brake lights and circular reverse lights, so happy with that. And honestly, it looks pretty good, I think. A lot of people don't like the circular light look, but I do, and honestly, it's a really good piece of protection. So I get dozens of questions asking me what the heck this system is right here. So this is the Rotopacks paired with, and they're asking me how the heck I have the Rotopacks mounted to the side of the Jeep like this. This is my friend Adam at Trail Racks. He makes these systems that go to the top of the Jeep over here, and then down to the inseam under the corner, under the hardtop and above the corner armor. I like it. I've been running it for about 7 months now. It does push out the gas tank a little bit, so your clearance obviously is going to be pushed out like 2 to 3 inches. It's very sturdy. It's on there good. I have actually needed to refuel my Jeep on recovery several times, so having the system to store the gas that's off the roof, I do like it. Definitely, it does add some challenges with some obstacles, but I've done the squeeze in Big Bear, having no problem, squeezed right through it. Obviously, it's called the squeeze. So, Trail Racks, check them out on Instagram. I'll link their description. I'll link the website in the description down below. So in terms of tire carriers, I'm running the Evo manufacturing tire carrier right here. It is the extended, beefier hinged version of the stock one. I like it. It's not the best for what I want, but it was definitely better than stock versus risking the bending of my tailgate. I like it. It definitely needs some improvements, as you can hear. I'll show you what it sounds like right now. So it doesn't really handle the weight that well, I think, at least, of the 35 with the bead lock on it. So it says you can do 37s, but I'm gonna upgrade to a much better tire carrier, the Genrite, once I do go 37s or bigger. So as some of you might have noticed from my last Instagram post, I did take my rear bumper off just to get a little more ground clearance and save some weight. I will be making an aluminum one, so stay tuned for that. I'll be probably filming a series on how to make your own bumper, fabricate it, and how it looks. So I'm hoping it looks good. I did get rid of my old bumper. I gave it to one of my friends in the rescue group, so hopefully she's enjoying that bumper. Right now I don't really mind how it looks, so yep, right now no rear bumper. In the back we have the X-Brite. I believe it is the 38-inch bar. I could be wrong, 34 maybe, but 6 3-inch LED pods right here. I like it. You can see the visibility from it from pretty far away. It's pretty nice. Definitely adds a little bit extra safety factor. Plus you can adjust the settings right here via this little console box right there. So I definitely like it. There's a lot of different flash patterns and it adds so much safety on the trail. Moving up top on the Jeep, we have the Smitty built Defender rack. You know, I actually like this rack very much. A lot of people don't because it's not body mounted and not frame mounted. But I like it because you can still remove the hard top since it sits right in these little rain gutters right here versus going into the Jeep. It's just on right there and right through here for the back hinges. So I like it. It's got the shovel and the axe mount right here. Obviously I don't have anything set up there right this second, but I could easily do that. So on top of the Jeep we have two sets of traction boards. We've got the Max Tracks right here. These were like $150. These are just some from Amazon. Over here we've got the Action Tracks. These ones are a couple $100. These are I think $350, $400 if not more. These are great. These ones you can see they're very sharp in the back and on the front. They've also got these nice bolts right here so you get extra traction. I'll do a thorough in-depth review of both of these later on, but super happy with both. And the reason I have both is these ones I bought, and these ones right here I actually won from a giveaway, so I was able to get both. This one was for free. So in terms of lighting, I did decrease my lighting amount, but I still have enough for what I like. I have the Extreme LED. This is a side shooter, so the light goes forward and reflects off this little mirror right here to the sides. I also have the Amber Crepod right here. They do sponsor me with lights, so I like them a lot, and they are very bright. So that's all I need. I don't have a light bar anymore. I don't have a bar in the front, so these two lights right here and the ones over there, more than enough lighting for what I'm using them for. So as you can see on the Jeep, I do have two antennas, one right here, one right there. Each is a different antenna, and I will explain quickly what they are. This is just the Diamond antenna, 144 megahertz antenna. Goes right down here on the hood, snaps right in, and then is routed under the Jeep's frame to the FTM 400. So right here we have the Comet CA2X4SR antenna. This thing is a beast. You can get all different types of frequencies versus the other one on this side, but in short, it's the same diamond mount. Goes right on here under the hood, and then routes back straight into the Anytone 578 radio. So the first major difference that many of you will notice is the rock hard 4x4 roll cage right here. It goes down, bolts right here. It goes across the dashboard, and then above you right here, and then over to here, the center mount. I like it a lot. It definitely provides a ton of safety and just a better feeling knowing that in the event of a rollover, this will hopefully save my life. So in terms of radio communications on the trail, we've got the FTM 400 right here. I like this a lot. It's a pretty hefty little radio right there. It looks pretty small, but it can go a long ways. Right under it, we've got the Anytone 578 DMR radio. This thing is a beast. Also, it's DMR capable, and it's a 50-watt radio, so you're not really going to be going anywhere where you cannot get service with this thing. Yeah, that's for comms. Also in the back seat, I've got the just a little cheap little Baofeng radio. This is just basically a handheld communications device. Nothing too advanced on that guy, but it's a ham radio. I also got a mobile Anytone 878 radio. So this is the little handheld DMR, like the big boy right here. This is just the little handheld, so when I'm in the field, it's very easy, grab and go, push to talk. So down below we've got the two control boxes for the radios. They're just covered up with tape so that no dust and dirt, water gets into them off immediate reaction. Right here we've got the RAM iPad mount. Goes to the seat down there, swivel mount. I like it. It's good. People think it bounces all over the place, but when you put weight on it, it doesn't move that much. So it's a pretty good little feature to have. So I know it was hard to see inside of the Jeep what the Speed Tech lights look like. When you're outside, it's pretty clear that they're here. You can see them right in the visors right there. They've got tons of different flash patterns, strobe, steady burn, everything like that. I like them a lot. They're extra safety factor, like I mentioned. Yeah, you can see them right there. since I know a lot of you are going to ask, and I get a lot of questions on Instagram, this is my little 3D printed friend right here. This is Todd. My friends and I just designed him and printed him off 3D printer. He's just here to hang out. No real significant value at all. He just, when I'm on the trail, he swings around, hits everything. So it's a good conversation starter when I have people who recover the RPs in the vehicle, just hanging out. They like to hit him like that, and it's fun. So hopping into the back of the Jeep, you can see it's changed up a little bit, and obviously I don't have a lot of my gear that I normally have in Colorado when I'm on duty, but I did leave a lot of it back at school in the storage locker, so sorry about that in advance. I don't have my 72-hour bag, which usually sits right here. So besides that and my tire chains, it's pretty much all here. Here we've got the power tank CO2 compressor. This thing's a tank. I mean, literally it's a power tank, but I really like it. Fills up your tires in 5 minutes or less, all four, from very low PSI below 10. So it's very nice for those like 4:30 a.m. recoveries where you just want to get home and fill everyone's tires up and you're good to go. So I do like the power tank. Right here we do have the Outer Limit Supply Class B first aid kit. This thing, let me open it up really quickly. This thing is a very stacked up first aid kit for what you're getting. It is a little expensive, but definitely worth the price. Look at this thing. I don't even want to open it too much or things are gonna start falling out, but super nice. Got a tourniquet right there. Always you know how to use that. Got a pack of medicine, trauma gear, everything you need for the event of an emergency. So also is a weather sealed bin right here, so nothing's getting wet, nothing's getting dirty, which I like. So I have used this before on a recovery, and let me tell you, spending the money on it is well worth the cost. So right next to the first aid kit, I do have a tool kit. Nothing too serious, just some wire crimpers up top, some basic hand tools. And then on the inside, I do have the Icon wrench set and socket set. Oh well, this is the socket, and then the wrenches I'll show in a different part of the Jeep. But I should also mention that the first aid kit and tool kit are sitting on a little rack that can go up and down like this. I think it's just something that I like and something that is a little helpful for extra space and more tie-down room. So one of my buddies from the rescue organization gave me this nice drawer, full steel construction. I absolutely love it. You can lock whatever you need inside of it right there. No one else can get in, and it weighs a crap ton, so no one's taking this whole thing out of your Jeep. So in here, we can do another video about going fully in depth of what everything is, but I've got just some snacks that I have. I've got my winch remote right here. It's very messy. My winch remote. I got my Super Chips calibration tool. There's the winch controller finally decides to come out of the box. I've got my power tank official hose right here with my ARB compressor gauge, digital. I like that. We've got a 10-foot strap right here, 4-inch strap. You do not want to buy a cheap 2-inch strap. These things are much harder to break versus like the cheap 2-inch ones. I think the yellow one's like an 8-foot, maybe 6 to 8 feet. I haven't measured them in a while, but yep. Like I said, here's another fire extinguisher, probably a 2-pound fire extinguisher. Thank you, Devin. He got this one for me after my last one exploded, so I always want to have a fire extinguisher. Also in the storage bin, I only have 2 shackles right now. I left like 10 of them in Colorado because I'm not out in California recovering people, so I got a couple just in case of an emergency. I also have my cluster hooks right here. I have another set in Colorado, but I'm not recovering people. And these things are pretty awesome right here. You can take it onto the frame of the Jeep or wherever you're recovering. You can jam that in, and then you can pull from that. Pull from like this hook right here, and this thing is not coming out, and you can recover the vehicle if you do not have any recovery points. Obviously that was not the right one to use. If you're going to do this, you'd probably use this, maybe this guy. Let's see if I can, yeah, there we go. This one's not coming out. So this is what you want to use for this guy, and you pull right back. This one's not coming out, and yeah, these are a great tool to have for someone who doesn't have recovery points like non-off-road vehicles. Right here, I've got my trailer hitch receiver mount right there. It goes right into that slot over there. And then you can just pull back from a winch on this shackle ring right there. Put that guy over here. I also have a couple soft shackles in the back of the Jeep. This is a pretty hefty soft shackle. It's not gonna break. I hope it won't. It's a pretty strong rating. Got one right there. And I have another soft shackle right here. These are pretty nice to keep around. You never know what you're gonna need to wrap the shackle around. So along with that, I also have this, it's like this little ring. It's kind of like a snatch block. It functions the same way, but it is a little different to use. I prefer snatch blocks; they're a little safer, but this is a very good option as well. Just different technique. I'll show you a video how to use that, but just going through what's inside the Jeep right now. I have my duty vest right here, just my reflective vest. I've got my whistle on there. Yep, got some business cards and some stickers for kids. I do have a 20-foot tree saver strap right here. This guy is also pretty hefty. ARB tire repair kit. I've never had to use that personally, but I've been on recoveries where others have had to use theirs. So, good little tool. And in this black box is the Icon torque wrench. You guys can check out that video. I compared it to some other wrenches as well. So right here, I do have the Type S jump starter kit. Got this from Costco for about 70 to 80 bucks. I like it a lot. Comes with everything you need right out of the box. Got your jumper cables, your positive turn right there, and your negative is down in there. Jump the vehicle. I have used this, and you've probably seen it in a couple videos ago with the Denver police officer. We had to jump a vehicle, and it works like a charm. So in the back, I also have the rigid, one of the hard shell cases. I'm not going to take this one out to show you guys what's in it. All I have is my wrenches and all my ratchets and everything that I would need for the sockets. I also have a lot of extra hardware in there, a lot of wires just in case something breaks. So, yep, that's what I keep inside of the storage bin at all times, and it's a very good system. It does weigh a little bit, but I like it. So on the side of the rack, I also do have a little collapsible shovel right here. I like it. I've used it. I have some jumper cables because you never know when that battery pack might fail you. These are great. I don't even know, $10 probably. 10 feet of jumper cable. So they're good. I've used them a couple times, and yeah. On the tailgate, I do have this Smitty belt tailgate rack. I got a couple little pouches right here, got a custom little pouch of mine. So I just keep random miscellaneous crap inside of there. Nothing too serious, but I like it. It's a cool little system that yeah, you can just have a nice ton of storage. So I like the storage because I keep a lot of miscellaneous stuff in here that I don't know where else it would go. So that is going to thoroughly conclude the what's inside of my Jeep video. If you guys have any other questions that you want to see about the Jeep, what's inside of it, if you want to see a review, a specific product review, I will be doing a traction board review sometime, maybe this week, maybe next week. We'll see what I have time for. But if you guys want to see something, make sure to drop a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.